behalf of Universiti Putra Malaysia, I'm very pleased to welcome all AUNILO Chief Librarian and delegates to the 18th meeting of AUNILO Committee with the theme Co-Creating the Future Libraries, Empowering Academic Librarians for Innovation and Impact. Enjoy serenity and embrace the greener surrounding of UPM.
Cobaan suara 1, 2, 3. Cobaan suara 1, 2, 3. Halo, cobaan suara 1, 2, 3. Cobaan suara 1, 2, 3.
Di mana?
Vietnam. Cuma satu kat Thailand.
Dia dapat kerja semua.
Sebesar ni boleh dah kan? 12. Masa anak buah yang dah besar lah.
Anak buah dah besar. Oh, ada anak buah yang besar.
Dan kita seorang kita satu seorang. Semua perempuan lah. Semua. Yang dah kahwin seorang. Betul, 7 perempuan lah kita orang. Hati dah besar sekali lah nak tanya sikit.
Yang seorang yang akan
Sudah besar. Dah
dari sekolah kan?
dah tahun depan sekolah.
Sekolah lah, 5 tahun tu dah sekolah.
Tahun ni hari tu nak masuk dah
orang international. Video yang semalam tak dapat. mana datang? Hari. Betul ya? Satu yang sebelah lagi. Face 15 dan apa bisa? Mana yang sudah dengan sini? Kalau dia kita biasa dah lah pasal tu orang ni orang cakap kita ada editing tadi kita just kita dapat Good, good. Okay. Dia lagi kat apa dia? Oh, dia. Betul, bagus. Okay. Okay. So, fly. Mana sebab? So, fly. Masa sekali. Mama lah kena memandai. Siap, siapkan diri. Ini event tu ini cancel apa? Bunda dia. Okey. Terus. Kami bagi layang kan? Oh, ini. Lagi bantu.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to remind you, please set your mobile phones in silent mode. The internet is available via Wi-Fi hotspot at Putra. No password is needed. And for safety purposes, if the fire alarm triggered, please be calm and wait for instruction by our safety officers. Please be seated and the ceremony will begin shortly.
Left, right.
And delegates to the 18th meeting of our committee, co-creating the future academic cooperation and enjoying security and enhance the global surrounding of our people.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the opening ceremony of the 18th Annual Meeting of Librarians of AUN University Network, AUNILO. We will begin the event with the singing of National Anthem, the Karatu, and UPM's Putra Malaysia. To all participants and audience, please stand out together for the National Anthem, the Karatu, and Putra Malaysia.
Amen.
Thank you, and you may now be seated.
Buat kata udah laku pengguna kecil.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And a very good morning. Dr. Charles Yudati, as the Secretary of Asian University Network, Dr. Vernon Tenas, Library Director of AUNILO University in the Philippines, as the Chairperson of Libraries of Asian University Network Secretariat, Mr. Mahmoud Yusuf, Chief Librarian and Chief Information Officer, Universiti Putra Malaysia, Associate Professor Dr. Norwaliza Abu Bahar, Head Professional Development and Continuing Education Department, Faculty of Education Studies, Universiti Putra Malaysia, Mr. Edward Zulkifli, Deputy Director General National Library Malaysia, Mr. Azman Hashim, Chief Librarian Universiti Malaysia Kelantan, as the Chairman of Malaysia Public University Library Committee, Chief Librarians of AUNILO Members, Librarians of AUNILO Members, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the opening ceremony of the 18th Annual Meeting of Libraries of Asian University Network, AUNILO 2023. On the auspicious day, I would like to invite Mr. Muhammad Hafiz Ghazali, officer from University Islamic Center, to lead the recitation of dua. It is appreciated that all participants could observe the dua.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and very good morning. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Allahumma ahyina bil iman wa amisna bil iman واحشرنا بالإيمان وأدخل الجنة مع الإيمان برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. Allahumma ya Rahman ya Rahim, in the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful, all praise is due to the Almighty Allah, the cherisher and the sustainer of the world. May peace and mercy of Allah be upon His Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his family, companions and followers. Allahumma ya Mujib, O Allah, forgive us for what we have done in the past and what we will do in the future, and what we have concealed, and what we have done openly, and what we have exceeded in every single part of our intention, which we do not doubt. Let us live so long as our life is spent in your obedience. Allahumma ya Allah, make us speak with guidance, inspire us with piety, give us success for that which is most pleasure, and employ us what is most pleasing to you. Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim, make us enjoy moderation, place us among the people of right behavior, guides to the right conduct, guide to right conduct and the righteous servants. Allahumma Ya Qahhar, Ya Allah, with your mercy and protection, we are able to gather here these 18 libraries of ASEAN University Network, AUNILO meeting coordinated by Secretariats of the AUNILO and AUN and hosted by Universiti Putra Malaysia. Allahumma ya dhal jalali wal ikram, give us your blessing for our opening ceremony today with the theme co-creating the future of libraries, empowering academic libraries, empowering academic librarians for innovation and impact. Allahumma ya mujibud da'was wa ya qadi al-hajat. In this prestigious event, we humbly pray to you, Allah, the Almighty, to increase our knowledge, and let this knowledge serve your cause in a way that you accept and let it benefit humanity. We humbly pray to you, Allah, the Almighty, that will successfully be able to achieve the aim and objective of this program. Allahumma rabbana taqabbal minna du'a'ana innaka antas sami'ul alim wa tub alayna ya maulana innaka antat tawwabur rahim. Da'wahum fiha subhanaka Allahumma wa tahiyyatuhum fiha salam وآخر دعواهم أن الحمد لله رب العالمين.
Thank you, Mr. Muhammad Hafiz Ghazali. Ladies and gentlemen, for the welcoming address, we would like to invite Dr. Vernon Artetenas, Chair of the AUNILO Secretariat, Ateneo de Manila University, Philippines, to the stage. Please welcome.
Good morning, everyone. I was a little surprised because I didn't expect I was going to be first. Anyway, welcome to the first face-to-face annual meeting of the Libraries of ASEAN University Network since the last one in 2019. It's nice to see all of you again, especially the ones we've met before, and to those who are attending their first annual meeting. May I see a show of hands? Who's here for the first time? Okay, we have a few. Thank you. Thank you for coming, and I will have a little something to say to you later. But first, I'd like to thank our hosts, Universiti Putra Malaysia. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you for preparing everything for the next 3 days. And we hope you'll be showing more of your university to us and your library. I'd also like to apologize for any delays in relation to registration and the announcement about the country report. Since this is, in fact, the first time we're getting back together again, there have been certain difficulties in relation to coming back together. And I'm sure you've all experienced certain difficulties with regard to coming back together once again. I want to tell you about my own experience with AUNILO. I started attending the annual meetings in 2013, and now it's my 10th year. At that time, the Secretariat was USM. Okay. And in 2018, the Secretariat was transferred to the Philippines. And it was 3 universities working together, unlike USM, which was working by itself. And then, this year is actually our last year as Secretariat. So next year, we're transferring the responsibilities to Singapore. And they will be sharing the responsibility as well among 3 universities. And why do I go into this? I go into this because actually, next year, 2024, will be the 20th year of AUNILO. The first meeting was held in Singapore in 2004. Now, this is only the 18th meeting because, well, in 2020, we did not have a meeting, whether online or on-site, because of the difficulties. So we continued the following year. And there was one other meeting where I think they had other difficulties. Okay. Now, what I've learned over the years, well, if you're new now, I was new in 2013, and I was wondering, what am I getting myself into? Uh, and I didn't quite really know how AUNILO worked or even AUN at that point. So what I've learned and which I hope can be addressed as we move forward. The first thing is people come and go. People are new, are appointed, people retire, resign, move to another university. Except we also only meet once a year. And it's difficult to get things done when people are constantly moving and you don't remember, and sometimes you don't quite know who to talk to. And but nevertheless, we've accomplished quite a lot over the past 19 years. There have been discussions about the institutional repositories, the training sessions, capacity building that we'll be doing on Thursday, actually started during the past 10 years. And there have been other discussions that have been ongoing for quite a while, and hopefully some of them will eventually bear fruit. Before the pandemic, we were talking about staff mobility or exchange programs. There have been discussions regarding interlibrary loans. I was hoping we could do quality assessment for libraries when we hosted at the Rizal Library in 2021 online, but we were not able to do it. So I won't make this any longer. Looking forward, next year in Singapore, I hope, sorry, not in Singapore, when Singapore takes over as the Secretariat, I hope we'll be able to discuss, or even now, at the business meeting tomorrow, we'll be able to discuss directions for AUNILO. And well, just to end, I've been wanting, one of those things that I've been wanting to do. The Rizal Library in Ateneo de Manila University celebrated its 50th anniversary in 2017. And we had a commemorative book published in 2018, and I've been wanting to give copies to everyone. But I wasn't able to give it at 2019 meeting, and then the pandemic happened. So what I will do after this is that one of the tokens we'll be giving to our host is a copy of that book, and the rest of the universities, we will be sending your copy, so you don't have to carry it on the plane back to your country. Okay. And the title of the book is Rizal Library Nation Building. And I hope, just to end, that we see what we're doing here with the libraries of ASEAN University Network, not just as something we're doing for our universities. We're actually doing this for nation building, to build up our countries and to build up ASEAN. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Vernon Atotenes, for the welcoming address. So, ladies and gentlemen, for this event, we are pleased to welcome Dr. Chaltis Duratiti, Executive Director of Asian University Network, to deliver his speech.
Thank you. Mr. Bob Yusuf, Chief Librarian of UPM, Dr. Vernon Totanes, Chair of the AUNILO Libraries of ASEAN University Network from Ateneo de Manila University, AUNILO members from AUN universities, distinguished guests, especially from the National Library of Malaysia. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. The global pandemic hit us all very hard, and we are still in the process of recovering some of the difficulties that Dr. Vernon mentioned earlier still with us. If we look around, we're still not functioning very well, not yet, if you see all the details around us. But anyway, AUNILO got a very strong foundation. It's one of the oldest thematic networks of the AUN. Got a very tight networking. People come and go, but in comparison with another 16 thematic networks of the AUN, AUNILO people is the best network in terms of people connection, because you're from the libraries, and librarians tend to stay very long until retirement. So we got a very best networking with us here. And perhaps AUNILO is one of the quickest network in terms of adaptation. I remember that you talk about how to adapt to the, for example, to the changing technology many years ago, more than 10 years ago. You talk about how to position libraries and change the configuration settings, how a library can service not only the students and academics, but also the public in general. I also remember you started capacity building for librarians. Also, AUNILO is one of the AUN network that source some financial support from the private sector, particularly from the publishers. And many more that pointed to how AUNILO, as a network of libraries of the premier universities in ASEAN, has been adapted very well. Also, AUNILO is very consistent in looking at the directions where the libraries and its services should go, and in the manner in which how to collaborate cross-borderly among yourself, which is the name of the game right now. Yes, the pandemic taught us that you cannot stay alone in your own national border. We need collaboration. But AUNILO has been collaborated for many years, nearly 20 years, as mentioned earlier. And once again, we can look forward to the discussion and good practices being shared in this week's AUNILO meeting and workshop. On behalf of the ASEAN University Network, I'd like to express my gratitude to the leadership of UPM as well as UPM Library for making this event an effective one, together with the very warm hospitalities from airport to here. I'm sure that all participants will gain a lot from this event and continue our strong networking for our mutual benefits, continuing what Dr. Vernon and his team as the Secretariat of AUNILO have been working hard for us all. And thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Choltis Juratiti, for this speech. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, please welcome Mr. Mahbub Yusuf, Chief Librarian and Chief Information Officer, UPM, to do the opening address. Please welcome.
If you remember, I was in the second meeting of AUNILO in Singapore. Until now, I think more than 15 times, and I was in Thailand almost three meetings in Thailand. So perhaps I am the oldest one. So Dr. Choltis Juratiti, Executive Director of ASEAN University Network. Dr. Vernon, Chairperson of AUNILO Secretariat. Associate Professor Dr. Nurwahiza Abdul Wahad, our keynote speaker after this. Head of Professional Development and Continuing Education Department, Faculty of Educational Studies, Universiti Putra Malaysia. Mr. Eddie Irwan, Deputy Director General, National Library of Malaysia. Mr. Azman Hashim, Chief Librarian, University Malaysia Kelantan, Chairman of Malaysia Public University Library Committee. The Chief Librarian, Library Directors of Libraries of ASEAN University Network, Librarian, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Universiti Putra Malaysia, it is my great pleasure and honor to welcome you to the 18th Libraries of ASEAN University Network meeting. We are delighted to have such a distinguished group of library professionals and experts from top universities in ASEAN countries gathered here today. There are 22 universities from 8 ASEAN countries participating in this meeting from today until August 3rd. The Vice Chancellor expresses his sincere apologies as he is not able to officiate the meeting and send his warm greeting to all the participants and attendees. This is our Vice Chancellor. Libraries of ASEAN University Network, or AUNILO, is a platform for educational resources sharing and networking among libraries within ASEAN University Network member universities. This annual meeting will strengthen and broaden our network with sharing of libraries' numerous initiatives and advancement. The 18th meeting with the theme Co-Creating the Future of Libraries, Empowering Academic Librarians for Innovation and Impact was selected to focus on a role of academic librarian in fostering innovation and achieving significant impact in the emerging library landscape. This theme is derived from one of the very core strategies identified in AUNILO Strategic Planning Workshop held in 2019, Indonesia. Distinguished delegates, the theme emphasized on the collaborative nature of shaping the future libraries. It underlines the importance of empowering academic librarians with the necessary knowledge, skill, resources, as well as challenges to drive positive development and innovation. In an era dominated by the rapid technological advancement, librarians must embrace innovation and leverage technology to enhance accessibility, streamlining operation, physical space and storage, as well as material conservation. This will include exploring the emerging fourth industrial revolution, such as mobile, big data, Internet of Things, and artificial intelligence. Librarians' adaptability ensure that libraries stay relevant and continue to serve as a valuable resources in an evolving world. The very future of libraries relies on co-creation, innovation, and empowering librarians. So let's shape the future where libraries remain and grow as a vibrant hubs of knowledge. Ladies and gentlemen, Universiti Putra Malaysia is firmly committed to developing librarians as a catalyst for knowledge management. In the effort of providing support of learning and research, librarians propagate a culture of continuing education and improving the essential information and research skills for its user. Librarians play integral roles on promoting open access, open education, and open science. Universiti Putra Malaysia recognizes librarians as meaningful and dynamic partners for nurturing a lively academic community in pursuit of advocating the importance of knowledge and lifelong learning. Thus, I believe that the workshop that stresses on empowering academic librarians is exceptionally relevant to address the challenges posed due to the current development. Join us in this engaging session to unlock the full potential of academic librarians. Together, we will be able to enhance our role and strengthen our impact. Ladies and gentlemen, our special gratitude and appreciation to the ASEAN University Network Secretariat, the AUNILO Secretariat, keynote speaker, Associate Professor Dr. Nur Wahiza, resource person of the workshop, Dr. Nur Edzan Cik Nasir, all the sponsors and the organizing committee members for their efforts, dedication, and hard work. I would also like to express a warm welcome to the members and wish you a pleasant stay in the enchanting Malaysia. Alongside the scheduled meeting, I suggest you to take the opportunity to explore the scenic side and immerse yourself in the captivating beauty of the campus. I now pronounce the 18th AUNILO meeting officially open. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mahabud Yusuf, for the opening remarks. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, now we are pleased to present to you a special multimedia presentation created for AUNILO 2023. Thank you for your attention. So ladies and gentlemen, to proceed with this morning session, please welcome Associate Professor Dr. Nurwahiza Abdul Wahad, Head Department of Professional Development and Continuing Education, Faculty of Educational Studies, UPM, to deliver the keynote address on innovative librarianship, empowering for tomorrow's challenges. Please welcome.
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning. Dr. Choltis Dira Titi, Executive Director of ASEAN University Network. Dr. Vernon R. Totanis, Library Director, Ateneo de Manila University, Philippines, as the Chairperson of Libraries of ASEAN University Network Secretariat. Mr. Mahbub Yusof, Chief Librarian and Chief Information Officer, Universiti Putra Malaysia. Mr. Eddie Irwan Zulkafli, Deputy Director General, National Library Malaysia. Mr. Azman Hashim, Chief Librarian, University Malaysia Kelantan, also Chairman of Malaysia Public University Library Committee. Chief Librarians of AUNILO members, Librarians of AUNILO members, as well as ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed my pleasure to be together in this morning event with all experts of library science. I am indeed humbled to be invited to share a bit with you on innovative librarianship, empowering for tomorrow's challenges. Can I have this microphone off? Is it possible? I prefer wandering around rather than standing at one place. Thank you so much. Okay, my background is not library science. I'm actually an organizational psychologist teaching at the program of human resource development. So I hope that whatever that I'm sharing today will be beneficial to us all. Okay, let's start our keynote address this morning with this video. I find this video very cute because it says that it is a 1996 video of a traditional library. But I know that you know better. Okay, let's watch this video first. So what's going to be showed here is not what we're having today.
The next morning, after her parents left, Matilda set off in search of a book.
Where are the children's books, please?
In that room right over there. Would you like me to pick you out one with lots of pictures in it?
No, thank you. I'm sure I can manage.
From then on, every day as soon as her mother went to bingo, Matilda walked the 10 blocks to the library and devoured one book after another. When she finished all the children's books, she started wandering around in search of something else. Mrs. Phelps, who had been watching her with fascination for the past few weeks, offered Matilda some valuable library information.
You know, you could have your very own library card, and then you could take books home. And you wouldn't have to walk here every day. You could take as many as you like.
That would be wonderful.
So Matilda's strong young mind continued to grow, nurtured by the voices of all those authors who had sent their books out into the world, like ships onto the sea.
Okay, I will stop
These
here.
books gave Matilda a hope.
All right. So is it true that was how library was in 1996? Or that was actually way beyond before 1996, I think. Yeah. Okay. So now we are talking about moving forward in the era of digitalization. Yeah. And the goal is about innovative librarianship, which refers to the application of creative and forward-thinking approaches to better meet the evolving needs of library users and communities. So from the sentence itself, it tells us about how future librarians are characterized with the elements of empathy, sensitivity, to be thinking like inclusive thinkers in order to strategically accommodate the needs of our users. But tomorrow's challenge demand flexibility and inclusivity to cater diverse communities. And we are aware of this. Yang belakang nampak ke block? Boleh Okay, alright. Oh, ada TV ya. Okay. So let's go through this list of aspects of innovative librarianship, which I am pretty sure that most of you are already aware of. So I'll just go through this fast. The first one is technology integration. So in the era of digitalization, we are now talking about having apps, having online database, and a lot more technology integration into our library system so that it would be very, very much accessible to our users from all around the world. User-centered services, to be able to be very sensitive, as mentioned earlier, okay, and to be able to accommodate to whatever needs and demands of our users. Maker spaces and creativity. And now we are talking about having such feature in our library, okay, to be able to cater physical spaces to encourage our users to explore innovativeness and creativity in our library. Collaboration and community engagement. Okay, this is, I think, yeah, from the video itself, it already shows, yeah, that conventionally, that is what library has started to do. It's just that it is being emphasized more and more now about the role and function of library to be together with community growth, to be together to transform the community as strategic partner. Am I right? I have to check with you, you're the experts. Okay. And then another aspect is about information literacy and digital skills, open access and open educational resources, data management and research support, that is to work together with research experts like me and other lecturers, yeah, for libraries who are located in universities, as well as advocacy and marketing to visualize university as strategic partners, as service providers, as demand accommodators to our users. And of course, in order to do all the above, it requires continuous learning and professional development among librarians from time to time. Okay? And also not forgetting sustainability and environmental responsibilities, also part of our role as librarians. And the next video is actually a visualization of all these points. So I tried to actually find in YouTube how future library should look like. And what I found was actually a video which says 2040 Hong Kong Library. So I hope what I'm going to show is something that is not contrary, is something that is very much aligned, okay, and very much celebrated nowadays for future libraries. So let's watch. Okay, so do we really get free coffees every soon? Okay, all right. So the first part of the presentation is actually focusing on the goal, yeah, on what is the direction, yeah, as our chair mentioned just now, the future direction of library as well as librarians. And the second part of this presentation would be focusing more on the mission, or so to speak, the how-to, on how to move towards that direction, okay? And one of the key points that we're going to talk about today is empowerment. One of the key strategy of gearing everyone towards that particular goal is through empowerment. And empowerment is not just about giving people power. It's about reminding our people that they already have it. Easier said than done. Yeah, because we are dealing with our team members, our people who have various ways of interpreting things, who have various ways of looking at things, who have various ways of receiving our messages, who have various ways of interpreting things, different needs, different perspective, because each one of our team members and people who we want to, work together with, okay, towards the same direction, actually came from different background, different culture, different way of thinking, and different perception. So, focusing on the how to is a big thing. And it takes skills, it takes knowledge to do it. Okay. So, number one, when we talk about empowering librarians, it is about giving them the authority, not only authority, but the confidence and the ability to take action, make decisions, or achieve goals. It is not easy, as I said, because sometimes we tend to impose what we think is right. Okay? We actually need to be in control a bit of ourselves, okay, to remind that, hey, okay, take a break. Perhaps I can also listen to what my members have to say. Take a break. Perhaps my team have better ideas than me. So by giving the sense of confidence and showing the sense of confidence to our team members that actually you have something to contribute, okay, that can increase the sense of confidence as well as decision making. Okay. And empowerment involves providing necessary tools, resources, and support to increase the librarian's control on how to be innovative librarians. This aspect is very much related to collaborative performance management. Actually, back in my department, I'm also teaching this subject. So that's why I love to talk about this. When we talk about performance of our team members, of our people, of our librarians, it's not just about, okay, at the end of the day, I want to see you achieve what you're supposed to achieve. But it's about collaborative effort, facilitative effort in the process, to ensure that all our members are able to achieve what they're supposed to achieve and perform at the end of the day. And this facilitation involves providing our team members whatever that they need in order to perform. In order to provide what they need, we need to listen. We need to take a step back and ask, how can I really help you to achieve the goals? And some of it may be by providing them more tools, resources, as well as your listening ears as a support, okay, to increase the effectiveness as well as innovativeness. And the third point would be promoting a sense of autonomy, self-determination, and belief in their capabilities to foster change, positive change, and enable individuals to overcome challenges and achieve their full potential. Okay? All right. Can you see how beaming his face is? It is a face of an empowered librarian. Okay? This face of a librarian doesn't look like someone who has to drag his face to his workplace every day. Okay? This face shows an individual who looks forward, okay, because he feels that I have a boss, I have a team, I have a work surrounding that celebrate my existence, that makes me feel important. I have a surrounding that appreciate my ideas. I have a surrounding that allows me to speak out my thoughts. Okay, so dia memang beaming lah, yeah. So he's beaming, he's excited to go to work every day because he feels empowered. Okay, so who are empowered librarians? So they are those who are allowed to actively express ideas, whatever concerns that they have, okay, and feedbacks in open communication atmosphere. Again, feedback is a very important component in collaborative performance management system. And feedbacks is not about getting feedbacks just from the superior, but it's also getting feedbacks from both sides. Why? Because when we have feedbacks from both sides, then only we would know that both sides are on the same term, on the same direction, in the same process, together, on track, towards the same direction achievement, towards the same goal achievement. That's why feedback is so important. Okay? But as I told my students, it's not easy, to conduct feedback because it takes the right kind of words, the right kind of facial expression, the right kind of body gestures and body language to encourage our people to express their thoughts, their opinion, their creativity, what they think, feedbacks. Okay? Can you imagine if your team member come into our room or our co-workers come to us, okay, and say, can I speak to you for a while? And you're just, I don't know, I assume you're looking at a book. Okay. And you just did not even bother to look up. Okay. And said, yeah. And you're looking at a book, for example, or your records, or your report, or your computer. Yeah. That would definitely spoil the whole thing without us realizing it. So it actually takes an element of consciousness, an element of awareness, an element of emotional intelligence, okay, to create the environment of ideas expression, concerns, and feedbacks. Okay? And when ideas are heard, okay, it feels that this is my project, this is my idea. It gives them the sense of ownership. Can they ever say no to their own ideas? Can they ever say no to what they originally expressed? If suddenly they said, oh, I don't think I can do it. Do you remember you're the one who said you want to do it? Then you have that bullet. Okay? So, when you give them the autonomy to make decisions, okay, it will foster the sense of ownership and accountability. It feels that it is their baby project. So they would feel very much motivated and encouraged to pursue their own ideas. Okay? And empowered librarians are those who are supported with growth opportunities. It's about continuous professional development and learning. Okay? Training, workshops, coaching, mentorship. Okay? There's a much difference between coaching and mentorship. Okay? Recently, I myself has joined a group coaching training, and I found that it's very precious. It reminded a huge difference between mentorship and coaching. Coaching is about respecting those who are talking to you, yeah, that they are expert of what they are doing. They are the ones who are doing the job, so they know the in and out of the process. And when they are talking to you, what you do as a coach, yeah, as a superior, as a co-worker, is to just ask questions. And they will reflect and keep on reflecting and answering questions to what you have asked. Finally, they provide their own answers. So we, as the coach, in the process of communication, do not provide the answers to them. So in that way, they feel very much respected, and they feel that, okay, this is the answer, this is the solution, this is how I'm going to do it. Again, it creates the sense of ownership and the sense of decision making. Different from mentorship. Mentorship is putting yourself, okay, raise hands who watch Kung Fu Panda movie. Takkan seorang je? Only one? Okay. Alright. So in the poster, in the cinema poster, okay, it shows Kung Fu Panda doing his karate, okay, with his sifu. Okay. It is a big rat, I think, the sifu. Is it a rat? No, but no, it's not a rat, but it is some creature lah kan. But it's the sifu. Okay. So if you go through the scene, yeah, where Kung Fu Panda is interacting with his sifu, okay, notice how the sifu talks. Notice how the sifu acts. Yeah, the ambience, the aura of I know everything. Yeah, I know everything. Yeah, the secrets, the in and out. Yeah, and you listen to me. Yeah, I have the answer to everything, and you are my mentee. You follow. You will become my clone. Yeah, because mentoring is about teaching all my values to you, imparting whatever that I believe to you. Okay, sorry. Okay, and imparting all my knowledge to you, and you listen, you follow until you be at the level and stage where I am now. That is mentoring. Okay, so there are pros and cons. So it takes different situation, and it takes emotional intelligence. It takes sensitivity to be able to make the decision on when do we actually practice coaching and when do we actually practice mentoring. Okay? All right. And the next is about celebrating achievements. Okay. May I know, at your workplace, do you celebrate birthdays? Oh, great. Seriously? Okay. Every month? Your employee's birthday, your team member's birthday. Oh, okay. So I see some heads nodding. Okay. To feel appreciated, celebrating even small things. And it's not only about birthdays. Yeah. It's also about celebrating any small achievements, any big achievements. Why? Because we are dealing with humans, and humans have hearts. Sometimes, I always remember this. My mentor, okay, I also have a mentor, okay, and he actually had passed away. So his name is Allahyarham Associate Professor Dr. Azhari Ismail, okay, and he always said to me, Wahiza, make sure when you pass by your friends, your team members, your students, don't treat them like wooden furniture. Okay? Meaning that don't treat them as if that they do not breathe, that they do not feel. Okay? Treat them that they like they exist. Meaning when you pass by, nod your head, smile, acknowledge that they are there. Okay? So even small gestures like that, okay, can make people smile, make people feel that they're important, make people feel that they matter. They matter. Making people feel that they matter is a very, very big thing. Even though we are doing it just through small gestures. What more if we are celebrating big achievements? Big achievements requires a lot of effort, a lot of time, a lot of sacrifice. Yeah, a lot of commitment. Okay? So we show our appreciation to our people. Okay? So when we show appreciation, that's why we will see this beaming face. Okay? I'm not sure whether my 30 minutes is up or not. Ada timekeeper? But we are about to end later. Okay. Fostered with collaborative environments. Okay? Teamwork and cross-functional collaboration. I think this is a very, very cliche point. Everyone knows about the importance of teamwork. It's just that we are still sometimes struggling with diversity management in order to ensure the effectiveness of our teamwork. Okay? And now we have issues of intergenerational gap, whereby we have very young people with the middle-aged people, with the veteran people working together. And how do we actually, respect, combine, blend our ideas to finally achieve the best ideas and the best practices? It's challenging. It's not easy. Yeah, but it can be done by always being conscious and aware, yeah, that we as empowering librarians, okay, in order to create the environment of empowerment in our workplace and our people towards the future direction that we all inspire to achieve, yeah, it takes the kind of communication atmosphere and process and environment that shows respect and openness to everyone. Okay? Having supportive leader. So actually the point that I've been presenting since the second part of the presentation are all the points that will be practiced and implemented by supportive leaders. Okay? Who, first of all, be able to set clear goals and expectations. Okay? We must be clear on what are the goals and expectations, and we must always check from time to time that our members are also clear with the goals, directions, and expectations. We do not assume that everyone already knows. Okay? We check from time to time. Okay? And leaders who are always available, approachable, offer guidance, empathic, and create comfortable environments. And the people feel that they are very much trusted and empowered with decision making. Okay? And empowered librarians are also working in a workplace that is fostered with culture of learning, which means there's always opportunities and room for continuous learning and knowledge sharing within team on best practices. So empowering and empowerment is a process a long process. The impact does not happen in a day or two. It takes certain strategies, like I have shared with you just now, along the process that requires consistent effort as well as dedication. So with this, I thank you. Thank you for your ears.
Thank you very much, Associate Professor Dr. Nurwahiza Abdul Wahad, for the insight. And Dr. Nurwahiza, kindly remain on the stage for a while. Honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen, as a token of appreciation, we would like to invite Mr. Mahbub Yusuf, Chief Librarian and Chief Information Officer UPM, to present the token of appreciation to keynote address speaker, Associate Professor Dr. Nurwahiza Abdul Wahad. Please welcome. Thank you very much, Mr. Mahbub Yusuf and Associate Professor Dr. Nurwahiza Wahad. So now, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to invite Dr. Vernon R. Totenes, Library Director at Ateneo de Manila University, Philippines, to give a token of appreciation. Please, Doctor, to the stage. So now please welcome Dr. Chaltis Juratiti, Executive Director of AUN University Network. So Dr. Chaltis, please remain on stage for a while. And now we would like to invite Mr. Mahbub Yusuf, Chief Librarian and Chief Information Officer, Universiti Putra Malaysia. Once again, thank you very much, Dr. Vernon R. Totenes, Library Director at Ateneo de Manila University, Philippines. Thank you very much. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, now we are pleased to present to you a product highlight presentation from our food sponsor, Springer Nature, and also to proudly present the fascinating video of Malaysia.
The roots of our business are more than 175 years old. When our flagship journal Nature was first published 150 years ago, only a third of the world's population were able to read. Today, the majority can. Nearly 2/3 of the world's population lived in extreme poverty. Now, most are poverty-free. And average life expectancy was just 38, where today that number is over 70. Yet despite this progress, inequalities still remain, and the world faces new and significant societal challenges, such as climate change, universal access to healthcare, and quality education. Progress will only be possible because of the vital role that scientists, researchers, academics, and educators play. And in a world where truths are verified by social media clicks and fake news is easily spread, they are more reliant than ever on being able to share their insight and trust their sources. This is where we play such a pivotal role. As custodians of the academic record, we aim to safeguard the independence and veracity of research, helping researchers to trust and build upon the discoveries that have gone before. Each experiment, every finding, taking its place in the network of discovery and enabling researchers to stand on the shoulders of giants. Let's see how that works in practice. This is Nature's publication record, 150 years of interconnected research, represented by the majority of Nature's papers. A snapshot of the ever-growing web of collaboration and discovery that is science. Let's take Watson and Crick's seminal paper on the structure of DNA as an example. Here it is. Below it is every paper that it referenced. Not just Nature papers, every paper. Then every paper that those papers referenced, and so on. Above it are all the papers that built their work based on Watson and Crick's discovery. Every paper has its own story, its own unique network, and each of those networks connects to others to form a whole. Every paper in every field, playing their part in the global process of research and discovery. And with these discoveries come advances, not only in science, but in medicine and healthcare, in the arts and social sciences, and progress across all professional fields. At Springer Nature, we aim to ensure that fundamental knowledge can be found, verified, widely understood by those that need it, and then used. In the laboratory, in the field, in the classroom, in the hospital, and even in the driving school. We take our global responsibility to our communities, employees, and society extremely seriously, with trusted and respected brands, a footprint in more than 50 countries, and nearly 10,000 employees around the world, from editors and science writers to analysts, developers, and production specialists. We work in local offices, close to our communities, where our knowledge and experience can make a difference. One Springer Nature, working together and using our scale and influence for the greater good. Setting ourselves bold ambitions as a business to be more diverse, to do all we can to protect our planet, to bring together researchers, policymakers, and practitioners to accelerate progress towards the UN's Sustainable Development Goals, and continue to lead the way in opening up research, ensuring that the world makes as much progress in the next 150 years as it did in the last, improving and enriching our lives, and helping to protect our planet for future generations. Springer Nature, opening doors to discovery.
The people who built Springer Nature have been opening doors to discovery since the beginnings of modern science. The research we publish has provided a trusted source of knowledge to make progress towards a better tomorrow. We build on this legacy with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, a blueprint to achieve a better and more sustainable future for all.
We work to support researchers across the globe as they tackle urgent societal needs, connecting them with practitioners in policy and business who desperately need those insights to improve the world.
We work to amplify the discoveries in our multidisciplinary books, journals, and cutting-edge science journalism, opening up and disseminating data and insights for those who need it most.
We work to innovate by investing in new services and technologies such as machine learning to identify SDG-relevant content, providing insights and tools to empower our customers and stakeholders to deliver.
We take responsibility for the environmental and societal impacts of our own business operations, cutting our carbon footprint, working towards greater inclusion and diversity, and forging strong links with the communities we serve.
With 2030 fast approaching, we work to deliver real progress in addressing the most urgent societal needs because we are a company of researchers,
engineers,
writers,
communicators,
and leaders
committed to advancing discovery for the benefit of future generations.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, as now that the ceremony has come to its end, I would like to thank you everyone for gracing the ceremony with your presence. We truly appreciate it. On behalf of the organizing committees, I would like to apologize for any inconvenience caused throughout this event. All VIP and guests are invited for a light refreshments before we proceed to the country report presentation at 11:30 a.m. As to ensure a smooth flow of the program schedule, your punctuality is greatly appreciated. Thank you very much, and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Enjoy your meals.